So, what is up, guys? It is me, the Nitro General here, and welcome back to another video. Now, last night around 9 o'clock, I posted a 2-minute video, maybe, saying that Pokemon Home has been released, and that I might do some tutorial videos and stuff like that, but I will not be able to do any tutorial videos, at least not for the foreseeable future. And by foreseeable future, it could mean for the next hour, or it could mean for the next 3 years. I have no idea. So I downloaded Pokebank last night, and if you guys have watched any of my videos about Pokebank or anything like that, you know how excited I am to transfer all of my shinies to Pokemon Home. That way, they were all just on there, and I didn't have to worry about anything because I have a really crappy 2DS that I had because I don't have my 3DS anymore. And so I don't have to worry about, losing my Pokemon somehow or not being able to have them, so I'd have them. And I have never seen an application, and I'm sure it's happened before, but I've never seen an application or a game have this many bugs and this many problems on the day of its release. To me, it feels like they should have done some more stuff to just check. Like, I would have much rather waited another week or two for this than to have all the problems that I'm having with it right now. Now, shortly after I posted that video, I had it downloaded and everything on my Switch. I got it downloaded on my Android phone, which, if you guys are struggling on Android to find the app, just Google Pokemon Home Android. Don't Google Pokemon Home for Android, because if you put the 4 in there, then it won't come up for some reason. But if you just Google Pokemon Home Android, the first thing that'll pop up is a link to the Play Store Pokemon Home, and just download it. And it allows you to, basically, if you use your phone version first, you can create an account on your phone, and then connect your Switch version to the phone version. You can do it vice versa, is what I did, because at the point when I downloaded Pokemon Home and got it all set up on the Switch, I didn't realize it was out for the phone yet. So, yeah. So I immediately went, and there's an option on Pokemon Home that's like, hey, if you want to transfer your Pokemon from Pokemon Bank, then click here or whatever, and then you're updated on the 3DS, Pokemon Bank, I mean, and then once you're in Pokemon Bank, there was a transfer to Pokemon Home option that allows you to transfer all of your boxes or just individual boxes. So, if there were only certain Pokemon you wanted to use, transfer, then you could transfer them to other boxes or whatever it was. And yeah, so I did that, and I had 32 boxes of Pokemon. Not full 32 boxes. What I do when I organize my Pokemon is that it's a weirder organization thing, but what I do is that I put Pokemon in their evolution lines from top to bottom. So you'll have, like, let's see, Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, and then Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise. And then if I have room at the bottom, maybe I'll put a Pokemon with 2 evolutions below it, or just 1 evolution or whatever. So there are some blank spots throughout the boxes and everything. So they weren't full, but there's probably a good 700 Pokemon on there, because it was a shiny living dex. Every single Pokemon shiny, in different forms of some Pokemon and stuff that I have. And so I transferred that all over. It said that it could take a while, blah, 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 blah. So I started playing some Pokemon Shield. And then I clicked over onto Pokemon Home to see how the download was coming. And I'm just going to pull this up on my Switch right here for you guys so you guys can see. I know that a lot of people are having this problem, and it just figures that I would have this problem because nothing ever seems to work smoothly in my life. So, unless it just happens to work now, which would be amazing. Nope. And it comes up with this right here, which is not going to show up very well on the camera because it's reversed, but it says an error has occurred, return to the title screen, error code 992. Now, when I connected the app version to to my Nintendo account, a lot of people are saying I can't connect my Nintendo account to Pokemon Home on my phone. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't have a problem with that. A lot of people are saying I have problems with it saying that it's already connected to a Pokemon Home. Well, if you downloaded it on your phone and then downloaded it on your Switch and then got it all set up on the Switch first and not on the phone first, if you go into the options of the phone and try to connect it to your Nintendo account, for some reason it says that it's already connected to a different Pokemon Home because it's connected to the Pokemon Home on your Switch. So if you set up your phone first, you have to set up one completely before doing the other one, setting up the other one at all, because otherwise you'll have two different Pokemon Homes. And so it's logical. A lot of people are saying, I've seen only a couple people say that that's happening, but that's an easy fix. So if that's what you're doing, you're gonna have to just uninstall Pokemon Home on your phone, reinstall it, and then when it asks you to link your Nintendo account from the setup page, then you just click that and it should just automatically work. But so the error code 992, I also get on the phone version of Pokemon Home when I try to boot it up. I can no longer access Pokemon Home. I can no longer do anything on either the mobile version or the Switch version. You click on it, opens up the thing, and it's like, yeah, error code 992, whatever. And my Pokemon that I transferred from Pokebank are no longer on Pokebank. So, I have no idea if they're on the Switch version of Pokemon Home, or if there's some floating up there in the cloud, or if they somehow got all deleted. Now, I would be a little bit more irritated, but I did use my power saves for some of the Pokemon at some points. So if I need to, I can just plug in the code and it'll restore all my Pokemon on the game. Now, a lot of people are saying that the code 992 is due to hack Pokemon in there. Well, for one, that can't be true because sometimes Pokebank will not let you put them in there. And I have heard from other people, first-hand stories of people saying, oh yeah, I had hacked Pokemon. I hacked Pokemon on my thing, put it in Pokebank, and it let me transfer to Pokemon Home. So unless it's been like only letting some people transfer hacked Pokemon, but as of right now, the code 992 is not due to hacked Pokemon. It is not. Because there are people who have known they have hacked Pokemon in Pokemon Bank and it let them transfer to home. Now, a lot of people are saying it could be because so many people are using it at once. That could be true. I don't really know anything about that. And a lot of people are saying it could be due to the mass amount of Pokemon being transferred. And then I did hear from somebody that it said Pokemon that could not be transferred from home or could not be transferred to home. And honestly, if that happens and they're back in the Pokebank, I would almost prefer that because I would try to transfer them by box, or I would just like to know that they're not gone. Now, I know a lot of people are having this problem, and a lot of people are just completely fine. So why that Pokebank is not or Pokemon Home is not working for some people and working fine for other people beats me. I was researching stuff for hours last night because this happened at like 9:30, like 40 minutes after I posted the video last night. It happened, and I spent until like midnight or 12:30 just researching and trying to see, because a lot of people were starting to post stuff on Reddit and GameFAQs and everything like that. So there's a thread on GameFAQs right now, which was set up by another guy that I have been responding on quite a bit. So if you want to go on there and post your opinion or whatever, or just see, because a lot of people are posting stuff on there now. And actually, it was linked by another website, so if you're having problems, it'll send you right to that GameFAQs thing, which is kind of cool, because I've been doing most of the talking on it. Yeah, so, but actually, I don't really have a power stage right now, because it broke right before Pokemon Home came out. I think it bent a little bit, the cord thing that plugs into it, so it now doesn't work, so I have to get another one. But if I buy another one, it's not really that big of a deal because I can just plug it back in and I can still get the codes eventually. But I'm just hoping. And then I was on the phone with Nintendo for an hour and a half this morning with this guy who didn't even speak English very well, didn't hardly understand him. And he asked me, he literally goes, "Are you trying to transfer money from Pokebank?" I'm like, "No." Like, money? What? It's not an actual bank, bro. And no, he's like, "So you're trying to transfer Pokemon?" I'm like, "Yes." Literally, that's what I've said like 100 times. And then he gave me a code thing at the very end. It was like, "Oh, we're having a lot of people having these problems." So even Nintendo doesn't even know. So hopefully, within the next couple days, there'll be an update for Pokemon Home that will fix a lot of these bugs. And there'll probably be at least another update in the next weeks or so to fix a lot of the bugs that a lot of people are having. A lot of people are reporting crashes, stuff like that. A lot of people are saying they're getting an error code 999, which I don't know what that is, but that could be a hacked Pokemon. I have no idea, but I cannot access it, and if I cannot access it very well, then I'm probably no longer going to be going to regionals because a lot of the Pokemon I want to use for breeding were on Pokemon Bank. That's the thing. That's the whole, premise of everything. I don't have before the time to before regionals. I don't have time to within 2 months to start getting these Pokemon and breeding and everything. I needed to do that now if I was going to go to regionals because it's upcoming so fast. I don't even have one member of a team. I could still go to regionals, but I'm not going to get anywhere because I don't have the Pokemon that I want. Because the Pokemon that I want to breed for, the ones that have the hidden abilities, the ones that have the good IVs and everything that are perfect for breeding, are on Pokebank. Or they were on Pokebank. I don't know where they were. So this issue could be fixed in the next 10 minutes. It could be fixed in the next 10 months. I have no idea. But as of right now, I am totally locked out of using Pokemon Home. And I'm not going to lie, I'm actually really irritated that this happened because nobody knows. Literally not one person has given a reasoning to this. Not even Nintendo knows what it is. And it's just irritating that they would release an app with no like, they didn't post on Twitter. They didn't even say anything about Pokemon Home. They were just like Pokemon Home was just an automatic release, and people were like, "Oh, hey, look, it's out, and you can't do it." And now I am locked out with a lot of other people, and of course it would happen to me because why wouldn't it happen to me? But there are so many people who were like on that thread. They're like, "Man, I'm glad I got all my Pokemon transferred over," and I'm like, "Yeah, well, way to rub it in. I have 700 shiny Pokemon that I just want on Home. That's all I care about." Like, and up until like midnight last night, I was pretty sure that it was just because there were so many people using it because it was saying a communication error. So I thought that meant, so many people using it at once that it was kind of like, whoa, we can't take all these people using it right now. But obviously that's not the case because there were so many people who were like, "Oh yeah, I just downloaded it and used it." Well, how do you download it and use it when I've been trying to use it for the last 5 hours and it didn't work? So I'm not totally sure. But if anybody can get this problem out there, we need, if you're having this problem too, get this out there. Post it on different stuff. Because the faster we get this out there, the faster Nintendo is going to see it and patch it. Because as of right now, there is a chance that your Pokemon that are in there, the guy I talked to on the phone did say that the Pokemon won't be gone, but it's also the same guy who asked me if I was transferring money from Pokebank. So I would take what he said with a grain of salt. So there is a chance that your Pokemon are just completely gone. Now, I guess I'm decently lucky in the fact that all I have to do is get my another power saves, and that I can get the Pokemon back and put them back in Pokemon Home, or put them back in Pokemon Bank. But to be honest, I don't have the money to buy another power saves right now. So if I want to get another power saves, I have to get the money for one, and then I have to wait for the delivery or whatever, or maybe I can get it at GameStop. I don't know, but I am just more than a little irritated that that would happen. So Yeah. So all I'm saying is that if you're having this same problem or a problem like this, just to go and just try to get it fixed. Talk to people, call Nintendo, email Nintendo, because the more they get irritated people on this, it will be fixed. And I am extremely irritated that it would do that right now, especially on the release day. You know, it hasn't even been out for 24 hours yet, and people are pissed. I mean, people were pissed about the pricing and everything before this, and now it's just they're really pissing people off. I mean, there was a hidden GIF inside of Pokemon Home that people found of like a lady dancing and a kid walking up and just walking into her ass as she's dancing and like falling over. Like, it was an animated GIF, and it's like, what the hell, Nintendo? Like, it was probably just like a one that they put in there just to make sure that GIFs were working, then they forgot to take it out. Well, I've never seen an application with so many bugs and so many problems, and not even 24 hours after the release. And it's not even a game, you know, it's just an application. And so many people are like, oh yeah, this app is working great and perfectly fine. Well, for a lot of people, it's not. And the people that is not working for, I mean, literally, I have probably been one of Pokemon Home's biggest supporters. I have not said one word about that I didn't like about it. I loved everything that they said about Pokemon Home. I don't really have a problem with the pricing because honestly, not even $20 for a year, that's not extremely terrible. But the only criticism I had is that having to pay for it at all. But literally, I have been one of the most biggest fans of Pokemon Home. I have literally been probably one of the most excited people on the face of this earth for Pokemon Home, and I get screwed over an hour after it downloads. You know, it could screw me over right now, and I wouldn't care. As long as I had the Pokemon in my Pokemon Shield game, that's all I wanted. But now, it's up in the air if they're even still in there or not. They might be completely gone, and Nintendo will be like, oh yeah, here's 100 gold bottle caps for you. Well, that's nice, but it's not going to bring back all the Pokemon that I hunted for, you know? So, I don't know. But, if you guys enjoyed this video, which you probably didn't, leave a like. Just leave a like down below. Comment, you know, if you guys are having the same problem, if you guys happen to know any fixes for it. But as of right now, me and a lot of other people on Pokemon Home are completely locked out of the game for no good reason at all. Just because Nintendo couldn't, you know, take a little bit more time to edit the app. They were just like, let's just release it and screw everybody over. But yeah, guys, that is it for me. I just kind of wanted to talk about the problems and everything like that. But other than that, guys, I will see you in the next video. Natural General out. Peace.